Ladies and gentlemen, Happy New Year and welcome.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. And welcome back to another edition of Wrestling's Real, the unfiltered and partially censored video podcast in which we cover the best and worst shows in the history of professional wrestling. I am Andy, flanked by my brother Kyle.
I'm happy to be here.
Tony Atlas.
My Pekka. This is one of my favorite rumbles, just because it's
memorable,
iconic.
Yeah.
A lot of iconic moments, for better or worse.
As always, we got our brother from another mother, Mario.
Woo! Happy New Year to all Wrestling's Real listeners, and of course to you boys. I'm excited to start the first of our trilogy here, moving on to WrestleMania 21, starting off with this tremendous rumble. And I'm excited for this year, man. This is going to be a good year.
How was your holiday, boys?
You know about me, man. Mine kind of sucked because I was sick.
Yeah, Kyle was sick.
I was in bed dying.
Oh,
but,
buddy.
It's all good. It's all. We made it out. You know.
We made it out,
and that's all that matters.
I was a little under the weather myself. It wasn't fun for either of us. Mario, what about you, brother?
I was fine.
I was fine. Fuck these guys.
Yeah, no, I was fine. It was a good time. Kind of glad it's over. Kind of came and went really fast, so I'm kind of glad it's over. I'm just hyped for the new year and all that. But it was a good weekend for sure.
Fuck yeah,
relax.
I got Kurt Angle socks. I'm happy about that.
I did get Kyle Kurt Angle socks.
It's really funny. I can see his big Thanos head every time I look down.
I'll show you folks on screen of Kyle's lovely socks that he's
It's
wearing.
funny because my leg, it look like it's very proportionally accurate to his neck and head. It looks like just one long, continuous body part.
It's beautiful. I love it. And to you at home, whether it was Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Boxing Day, whatever you celebrate, we hope all of you had a lovely holiday season. Royal Rumble 2025 is around the corner, which means we are on the road to WrestleMania 41 in Vegas, baby.
One of the most important times in wrestling. It's the road to WrestleMania, as they coin. It's a start of new storylines that eventually build up to a WrestleMania match. And
the build for last year was insane.
How's
WWE gonna top it?
I'm just happy to just see and be surprised. Maybe some Rock stuff is involved, or maybe a big push for CM Punk being having him in the world title picture. I could see that too.
Yeah.
Whether you like him or not, CM Punk is having a generational run right now.
Agreed.
It doesn't really have to do with his in-ring stuff. That's not really the important part. It's everything else he's doing and making it so believable and genuine. It's very riveting.
Mario, I know you were on the We Want Cody train for the build to WrestleMania 40, and what a crazy build it was.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how they're going to treat Cody this year. As we're recording this, the following Monday, we're getting our first Raw on Netflix.
So excited.
We're getting that era. It's Punk's time for sure. It was Cody's last time. He looks so happy.
He does.
Every time we see him,
he does.
You see that the house show, him come out in the towel.
Yes.
Oh, that was so funny.
That was
man.
amazing.
That was fantastic.
He's having a great time. Although I know people prefer him as a heel, but I love babyface Punk. Get babyface Punk against a heel Cody. That's gonna put ass.
That would be
in seats.
amazing. That would be
put
amazing.
asses
I don't know
in
how
seats.
soon they'll do that. But I would love to see those two work together, or see some storyline between those two.
There's so many avenues we can go, because in 2025, Cena's on his retirement tour. Gunther is
a big year.
Is on a huge run. I honestly, I would love to see Gunther and Cena at Mania.
Ooh.
Cena trying to go for number 17.
Oh wow, that would be
You know what I
great.
mean?
Hey, it's a final tour.
What's the favor that Paul Heyman owes Punk? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's so
There's
many
a lot
stories
of
going on.
seeds being planted, and we're so not used to fucking seeing that after sacrificing all these years watching Vince McMahon book all this shit. For better or worse, there were great times. But now we're in a consistency period where we can look forward to what's to come.
Yeah.
And not always have our heart broken. Granted, Triple H hasn't always hit. One, I think he missed the boat on when it comes to, really buying into this storyline was the Gable and Otis shit. Yeah. It kind of lost its steam. It's slowly coming back up. They're probably going to have a Mania match or something, but that fucking heat for Gable at that time, dude, it was
nuclear.
It was perfect. And ever since he re-signed, he kind of
he's on
went
the
down
decline.
a little bit, but I still love him. He's great.
We are so excited for the road to WrestleMania 41 in real time. But the boys here at Wrestling's Real, we're revisiting.
You want to try that again, kid?
I do.
You ready to try it again, kid?
Your boys here at Wrestling's Real, we're revisiting another road to WrestleMania. You saw the intro, motherfuckers. Wrestling's Real goes Hollywood. For the next 3 editions of Wrestling's Real, we wind the clocks back 20 years. Does your back hurt yet? 20 years, and we relive the road to WrestleMania 21. On today's edition, we begin this marathon with Royal Rumble 2005. What do you boys say we get into it?
I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's go it. Let's go it? Huh. Let's try that again.
You ready to try it again, kid?
Let's try
Let's do it.
Fuck yeah.
There's gonna be some trouble tonight. A very royal rumble. That's right. We'll step into the ring. We'll reach an understanding. When the smoke is clear, I'll be the last man standing.
That's not the rumble I had in mind.
The West Side Story.
I love
That's great.
That commercial has been living rent-free in my head for like 20 years.
I picture a rumble where I tear both of my quads.
January 30th, 2005, Raw and SmackDown present the Royal Rumble live from the Save Mart Center in Fresno, California.
Don't talk about Fresno.
Forget Fresno.
Forget Fresno. Can I just say I love this stage, and I really miss pay-per-view stages, like pay-per-view themed stages.
Same, brother.
The graffiti on all like that not a bridge.
It's like a decrepit overpass.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It looks like Rhode Island. 12,000 strong are on their feet for one of the most anticipated shows of the year. We've said this on every Rumble we've done, but God, I love the Rumble.
It's the most exciting show. Like, other than WrestleMania, like we mentioned before, this is what builds up to what's to come.
Exactly.
This starts a whole new chapter into stories. The Royal Rumble match, there's nothing like it because you have like this super Secret Wars fight in the middle of the ring. Every man for himself going at it.
It's beautiful.
You have your surprises, you have your duds, you have your superstars, and you have these awesome like interactions that maybe you wouldn't see in a 1v1 match.
Yeah, and this is back when Raw and SmackDown, they were... What?
Chorizo. I didn't see that.
There's a chorizo sign. Mario, was that you?
Mario's in the crowd.
There is a Mario sign. That shows
I
up
remember.
the whole time. Yeah.
On the call tonight, we have not one, not two, but 3 legendary announced teams. JR and King for Raw, Cole and Taz for SmackDown, y Hugo Savinovich y Carlos Cabrera por los comentarios en español. We also got the Fink providing ring announcing. I'm so hyped.
It's not the same without Fink. You know, like
he makes everything sound huge.
Fink's inflection into naming the superstars and the titles and just everything. There's nothing like it. So again, we have everything in this Rumble. We have the classic commentators, SmackDown versus Raw, which is like, I love the brand supremacy during this whole event. There's a lot of that stuff.
A lot of that. The atmosphere is electric, fellas. Not one ass is sitting down during this opening.
Jim Ross is on fire. He probably had a prime or something. He's going off.
Oh, God bless him.
I like that King is wearing the final boss jacket.
Took
It's
it
the
from his
same
wardrobe.
jacket. Look at that.
It is. It's they have the same like wardrobe guy.
Actually, King bought a lot of Rock's shirts that he wasn't, because Rock, when he would come out and he'd wear like those crazy ass shirts, King collects all sorts of crazy shit. Rock didn't want to wear like one shirt twice, so King would
That's
like buy
great.
them off of Rock.
Mm-hmm. Same thing with Rick. Rick like always wanted a different suit or
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
Rick's like the collector in Guardians of the Galaxy.
yeah, legit.
He looks like the collector.
Okay, I got Howard the Duck in this case.
Okay, I got Howard the Duck.
He's gonna fuck that big-titted chick.
Okay,
And they're gonna have a kid.
Okay, thank you.
And What If?
Our opening contest for the evening is a not yet rated R superstar Edge versus the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels.
Oh, we
Nothing
love
like
we
Shawn.
love Cope.
Here
love
comes
Cope.
Cope. I don't hate it. HBK, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. HBK is the greatest worker. No, well, yes.
Yeah,
He is.
But
He is.
he can play both sides. We've seen him a lot as a heel, and he's perfect. The most hateable person in like the late 90s, mid 90s, all that shit. But man, found God, HBK.
Nobody
on a
like him.
Babyface. having a generational run, arguably better than his previous ones when he was with DX and
Can't disagree there.
all that stuff.
I can't disagree.
So this is uber babyface versus heel, like young heel, just starting, rated R superstar. Not yet.
Not yet. We're getting
yet, but
glimmers
he's
of
got
it.
the theme.
Oh, he does
We're
have
getting
metalingus.
there. We're getting there.
So Edge here had a bit of a chip on his shoulder. On Taboo Tuesday, 3 months prior, the fans had the power to vote online for a number one contender for Triple H's big gold belt. The options were Chris Benoit, Edge, and Shawn Michaels. HBK beat out Edge with just 5% of the vote. Rather than take it on the chin, Edge resented Shawn. And in Edge's mind, Shawn is the reason he's not champion here tonight. Like, he's the enemy. This feud with HBK is truly the spark that led to the legendary Rated R run. As Shawn makes his way to the ring, he's just showered in admiration. Edge is seething. He's like Woody when Buzz Lightyear shows up.
They just go right to each other and punch the living shit out of them.
No formal start to this match.
Less of a match, more of a fight.
This isn't your traditional collar and elbow tie-up, brother, tackle drop down. You can sense the animosity.
But man, Shawn is so
smooth.
He's so smooth and so cocky and charismatic. He's the he truly is a sexy boy. After watching this match, I listened to his theme on repeat probably like 10 times in a row because I just bought in so much into like this Shawn.
He's the best. JR makes a great point on commentary. Both of these men are in tonight's Rumble match. The more damage they inflict on each other, the more they'll affect their performances later in the night. I love the anything you can do, I can do better psychology of this match. Like, Edge is like a jealous little brother.
To Edge's credit, he gets the upper hand in this match. He's the one who is kind of beating the living shit out of Shawn.
Edge seemingly has an answer to all of Shawn's offense. Shawn narrowly escapes a chin lock, but Edge slams him down onto the mat. Even hits a patented HBK pose to a chorus of boos. That should be against the law. Nobody should do that pose except for Shawn.
But it's all good. He gets his comeuppance. Truly, you can see Edge is like fucking insane and he hates HBK.
He has
seething
hate in his eyes.
Yeah, it's great. It's great stuff.
It's unlike anything we've ever seen from, I almost called him Cope. It's almost, it's, it's
this guy
unlike,
needs to go to jail.
it's unlike anything we've seen from Edge up until this point. The match picks up a lot of steam halfway through. Right after Shawn gets speared on the outside, Edge brings him back into the ring and spears him again. You think it's lights out for HBK?
No.
1, 2, kick out at 2.99999.
HBK's a fucking superhero.
He's a dog.
And Edge is like going crazy. He literally rips his hair off. It's
So
great.
incensed.
It's great stuff.
Ain't no babyface comeback like a Shawn Michaels babyface comeback. Headbutt off the top rope. Elbow drop, tunes up that motherfucking band. Super kick? Nah, fam.
God damn it.
Electric chair drop from Edge. What a counter.
That was an amazing spot. That really got me off the edge of my seat. I actually fell for it.
As the match comes to a close, Edge hits his weird reverse sharpshooter thing. What's it called? The fucking
I don't fucking know.
The Edge-o-matic?
Is that what it is? I know.
The educator?
Executioner?
Educator? I'll put it on screen. I don't know what it's called. It looks silly, but Shawn sells it like he's getting run over by a steamroller. Shawn escapes. Here's the finish you love so much, Mario. Shawn escapes, attempts a roll-up, but Edge reverses into a roll-up of his own. 1, 2, 3. Edge defeats the Heartbreak Kid in 18 minutes, 29 seconds.
That shit dick heel Edge. I hate him.
Hell of
I
an
hate
opener,
him.
though.
It was a great match. It was a great
Hell
match.
of an opener, boys.
I really liked it. It wasn't insane,
Yeah.
but like it was a good start.
And while this match was really good, they wouldn't have their best match together for another few weeks. Picture it. February 2005, Providence, Rhode Island.
Oh!
A young Andy and an even younger Kyle witnessed one of the greatest street fights in Raw history.
Jesus Christ.
I
forgot.
rewatched it for this occasion, and
Is it great?
It still holds up.
Damn, dude.
It's a banger.
It's a throwback.
Banger street fight.
Was Simon Dean on that show?
I think so.
My guy. Let's go.
I just reminded Kyle that he saw Edge versus Shawn Michaels in a street fight. He's like, is Simon Dean on that show?
No, that's fucking awesome. I'm so happy we witnessed history.
Yeah.
No, I remember the.
You remember?
I remembered how fucking bloody Shawn was.
He
That's
was a bloody
all
mess.
I remember during that show.
There's a famous moment in that match where Shawn borrows a disposable camera from somebody in the front row. And in order to capture the beating he's giving Edge, I vividly remember my godmother, my madrinha, laughing her ass off at that. She was just like, that is ridiculous. Oh, good times.
That's great.
We had some good times.
We have some good times.
We see Christy Hemme making her second consecutive appearance on Wrestling's Real, and the lovely Tori Wilson as they manage the Royal Rumble lottery. General managers Teddy Long and Eric Bischoff are standing by. This is my personal favorite Eric Bischoff look. The gray fox.
Oh, you like the gray?
Mixed with the dark beard.
Really? I like just super painted, like spray painted black hair, evil Legion of Doom. Like, not Legion of Doom, WWE Legion of Doom.
Like,
I'm talking about
Zod?
like DC
Okay.
Legion of Doom. He looks like an evil person.
The gentlemen put over their respective shows and argue over which show superstar is going to take it all in the main event.
Teddy Long, the biggest babyface ever. The best SmackDown GM to ever exist.
Oh, that's a fact, Jack.
Oh, that is a fact. Teddy Long makes sure that he cements this Royal Rumble as the sizzle fizzle.
You see, the Royal Rumble is a sizzle fizzle.
It's sizzle fizzle,
It's
man.
the sizzle fizzle. What does that mean, Kyle?
I don't know, but it's good.
It's time to pull some numbers, boys. Eddie Guerrero and Ric Flair make their presence felt.
Tori, by God, Wilson, good lord.
I've missed seeing Rick on
Finally, Ric Flair has come back
Yeah.
to Wrestling's Real.
We
I
missed
missed
him,
him.
didn't we?
Yeah. Look how excited he is to be back.
He's got to be like 30 martinis deep because he's off the chain. He has that. He got that his confidence back.
Evolution.
And he's got a couple of espresso martinis.
Eddie goes for the first pull, but Rick beats him to the punch. He's a
Blowing out his fingers.
He's a 16-time champ after all.
16 times.
Rick sees that number and starts naching like a motherfucker.
Oh my God. He's got the best number. Spoiler, he's got 30. He's got the most
He sure does.
sought after number.
Eddie, on the other hand, looks rather disappointed.
Eddie's pissed. Rightfully so. Nobody can lie, cheat, and steal like Eddie, so
Of course not.
he'll find a way.
He'll find a way. In a sweet moment, Eddie and Rick embrace and wish each other good luck tonight. The ladies ask Flair what number he drew. He confidently shows it off to everyone. Everybody's like, oh, what?
What? You sure about that?
What?
Something wrong? You sure you're happy about that number, player?
Everybody's like, what the fuck? Like, you're dancing all night and dancing a little longer for number one?
And Teddy's like, you sure about that, player?
You don't think I know my number?
I've been looking at my own number.
Rick is so entertaining.
He really is.
This is like my favorite Ric Flair.
Just sex machine evolution
This
Flair?
is the best.
Oh, he's the best.
You could take your 2-hour bouts
Oh.
with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I'm taking these backstage I'm taking these backstage segments anytime. He is so good at it.
I can't say I blame you, bro.
Granted, he's the greatest wrestler ever, but this man
So
needs to be
entertaining.
in Hollywood movies.
He really
just
should.
going on the fly. And
He
naching.
basically is. Rick dramatically reveals his number to himself, and he's been bamboozled. Guerrero stole his number.
Guerrero stole my number. Are you kidding me?
Guerrero! Guerrero stole my number!
When Rick took off, all I could picture is what we didn't see is him going down the hallways, and it's like Luigi's Mansion when you hit A, and it's Mario, it's Guerrero.
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 It just zoom in of his big fucking veiny head opening the doorknob.
Guerrero stole my number.
Guerrero.
He has to collect all the booze so he can go downstairs and get him out of the portrait.
Which booze? Like the Mario booze or like alcohol? I gotta collect all the booze.
All the Michelob Ultras. Yes,
All the Michelob
He has to get
Ultras.
all 50 Michelob Ultras. and then he can unlock the door.
It's a big green Michelob. Oh, that's a contender. That's a contender for an end credit scene.
Guerrero.
From one of the best segments of the night to one of the strangest, we cut to Heidenreich having a nervous breakdown ahead of his casket match with The Undertaker.
I hate caskets.
Caskets. You don't like caskets? You don't like caskets?
Brother don't like caskets.
You don't like caskets. Gene Snitsky enters the frame, and they share one of the most awkward and uncomfortable moments of the Ruthless Aggression era.
So if you're just getting into wrestling now and you're watching this, consider yourself lucky for not watching shit like this and being just like uncomfortable and watching this like with people in the room. Like I've never
It's so awkward.
This is up there like just Not this. I guess this segment didn't really creep me out that much. I don't fucking care now. You know what? This is progressive. This is progressive for today's time. But shit like pinning Michael Cole against the wall and like shit like that is
that
like,
was rough.
What are we doing here?
I wish I could play this promo in its entirety for you guys at home. Unfortunately, WWE would not like that very much. However, I have the next best thing. Playing the role of John Heidenreich is our own Mario.
Hello.
And playing the role of Gene Snitsky will be none other than Kyle. To make this more amusing, I'm going to play some sensual music to fit the mood. And Action Boys.
I hear you don't like caskets.
I don't like caskets. I hate them. I know you hate caskets.
I don't like them either.
But I do like you, John. Well, I like you too, Gene. But I still hate caskets.
I know, John.
But I have an idea. You do? Yeah, I do. Okay. Sounds good. Let's go beat up the Undertaker.
Our next contest is...
Nitpick.
Oh, what?
Why is Taz not wearing orange?
Is that a orange pocket square?
This
that's red.
it's not. This is insult. Is that the real Taz? That's got to be Hush or something.
It's Hush!
Or like Clayface. Do we really have to go over this match? There's like one spot that I enjoyed.
Kyle, we have an obligation. We have an
It's an
obligation.
Undertaker match.
I know.
And your boy shows up.
That's true.
Who?
Kane.
Poor Undertaker. He's always the designated dance partner of
Absolutely.
all of Vince's monster projects.
Yeah, he's always the one going against these other big people that Vince wants to push. And
Like, Vince even tried to get Nathan Jones over with Undertaker's help.
well, shouts out Nathan Jones. I mean, he's
Ryko.
He's doing his own thing.
What can we say about John Heidenreich? That's not rhetorical. What can you honestly say about him?
He's funny. He's like a 6-year-old in an MMA guy's body.
Honestly, though, if he was booked like a 2003 Brock Lesnar,
Or like a Ken Shamrock
yeah,
or something.
like a badass dude who would wreck shop. Fuck creating new stars. Vince is like, you're gonna write poetry.
Well, it's gonna be funny. You can make it work, but not like this.
Honestly, you know what ruined Heidenreich? This feud.
I don't doubt that.
A phobia of caskets. Hot take, I do like Heidenreich's theme song. I do. I do like it. I like it.
You do? No, you should be.
I do.
You
I
should
do.
be beaten up for that opinion.
No. Compared,
I think the Heidenreich is funny.
Compared to the Drek Def Rebel gives us today, this is Hotel California.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I can't
For God's
fight
sake.
you on that. But I love Heidenreich's face, like looking at the casket, like he's seeing like a demon.
Yeah, he's a goofball. If
He's really funny.
Rick is the thumbnail, but this would be a close second. Taker makes his famous death march, and away we go. Guys, we've experienced some tremendous Taker matches together here on the podcast.
Absolutely.
Taker and Triple H at Mania 17, the Hell in a Cell match with Shawn.
This is it? Is this one of them?
This match was not good, no. No disrespect to Undertaker, but this match was stinky.
It was the worst match on the fucking show, dude.
It felt slapped together.
We could have had like a 15-minute women's match or something.
In 2005?
We could have. If you had like respect.
No, they didn't have respect for women in 2005.
I know they didn't.
Not loca. The worst part is this followed a match with two guys who had natural chemistry. And over here, you have these guys with no chemistry at all.
No.
To make a casket match work, you need two performers who are not only capable, but entertaining. One is considered to be one of the greatest characters in the history of the business, and the other one's Heidenreich. To Heidenreich's credit, though, Taker didn't give a fuck about this feud either.
I'm sure.
Like, you can tell. This guy cost you the WWE Championship twice. You're just going to put him in a fucking headlock. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here?
I don't know, man. I just wasn't riveted at all by this match. It was very just slow. And especially, like, after the previous match we've seen in the...
Oh, it was good.
Yeah, it's...
That previous match was fucking awesome.
This is kind of just like you know what? This is whatever.
Nah, man, you're going out to buy a t-shirt during this match.
Yeah, I'm going to go get a snack. No offense. I love Taker. I'll watch the entrance.
Heidenreich tries to square up to Taker, and his punches are some of the worst I've ever seen. And poor Taker has to sell them. Like, are you wrestling in the biggest company on earth, or are you wrestling your nephew?
Yeah,
like,
it's like,
come on.
I was just going to say, this is, he's throwing like Shane McMahon punches.
Yeah, like he's like play wrestling a child.
I didn't mean to disrespect Shane like that. Shane is great.
AEW bound.
Oh, shut up.
Undertaker gets Heidenreich in a triangle choke and the crowd pops. Not for the choke, of course. A wild Gene Snitsky appears.
Yay! I actually like Snitsky. I'm a Snitsky fan.
The refs open up the casket to reveal the big red machine to a massive pop.
Oh, that was great. That was the most exciting part of this match. I was not expecting that.
It really was, and that's really sad.
Was he just chilling in there for like the first
the whole match? I think he was in there the whole time.
That's impressive, man.
Which makes that bump that Heidenreich did to Taker, like he whipped him into the casket. I picture Kane in there. I picture Kane in there like, easy, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Jesus. In a moment I found really hilarious, Heidenreich starts gingerly pushing the casket away, like up the ramp.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh my God, this is the funniest part to me because I like to present this week's Taz quote.
Oh, let's go.
You hear him in commentary. I forget exactly what he says, but he's like, "Oh, this casket, it's like some sort of double stuff type of thing." Play it. He calls it a double stuff.
Like an
double
Oreo?
Stuff? Yeah.
Maybe there's somebody else here. Maybe there's like a double-sided, like a double stuffed. I guess not.
My favorite spot of the match, in my opinion, the only really memorable part. Taker hits his patented apron leg drop onto Heidenreich while he's halfway into the casket. That always looks sick.
That should have been the finish of the match. Unfortunately, it kept going.
Heidenreich hits a side slam to Undertaker and goes for the pin in a casket match. Like,
I don't know if that was like the idea to show like how like stupid.
No, I think he fucked up.
Really?
Yeah, you can tell. Like the light bulb goes off. He's like, oh shit. And Taker's mouthing something. You can see him. He's probably like, for God's sakes, go home.
Let's go home, kid.
Let's go home, kid. Finish of the match, choke slam, tombstone pile driver. Heidenreich is placed in the casket and the lid is mercifully shut. 13 minutes, 4 seconds. Felt like 13 hours.
You can tell me talking about this match. I don't give a fuck about this
Me
match.
neither, bro.
I'm ready to move on.
Same here, bro. God bless Taker. But
God bless Taker.
This match
Taker's
was
a fucking
no good.
legend.
This match was no good. Fear not, guys. Fear not. We got more Heidenreich next month at No Way Out.
Oh,
against Booker T.
Okay, I like Booker.
Hopefully it's a better
match. Is he
match.
buried?
Spoilers, it's worse in this match.
Oh, come on. Really?
Backstage, Teddy Long scolds Eddie Guerrero for stealing Ric Flair's number. It's like when my dog has something in his mouth and I don't want him to have it. Like, give me it.
Give me the number, player. Ric Flair is off a bean right now. He's ready to kill Eddie.
A wild evolution
This is us three going to the YouTube headquarters. Like, put her video back up right now.
Yeah, legit. Every time YouTube gives us a copyright strike, this is us in the YouTube headquarters.
Oh, I would have to be Ric Flair leading the charge because I'm more upset than you guys are.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm like Batista.
Yeah, you're just vibing.
I just want to win the Rumble.
Triple H with some good old family racism says, quote, cough it up, jumping bean.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's
tough. But Ric Flair's hilarious.
He is. Eddie reluctantly gives the number back and attempts to flee. Before he can do that, Teddy Long demands something else.
Hey, what?
Rick is beside himself.
Wait, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Eddie should have known better. Those cards are going to get declined. My wallet.
Ric Flair is one of the greatest actors to ever exist.
In the same segment, Evolution regroups and Triple H has a plan for his match tonight with Randy Orton. Batista's like, bro, I just want to go get my number. I'll be right back. Triple H doesn't ask. He demands Batista to stay and talk strategy.
I'm gonna go get my number, and I'll come right back. Now.
This kind of seed planting is masterful.
It is, and you don't get much of it, but when you do, it's like you said, it's great stuff. It's masterful.
The dissension of evolution.
Yeah, just ever since that Randy turn, it just goes downhill from there.
Which is so sad to see, because I think I've talked about it on the show before. Evolution is my favorite faction of all time. They were so awesome. They were truly the fucking Avengers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a anti-hero.
Or the
Avenger.
Thunderbolts.
Yeah, there you go.
Like the Thunderbolts.
Like I said, the dissension of evolution is one of the greatest stories this company's ever told.
I was very much a little kid at this time, so I was kind of looking at everything through face value and not really understanding stories, but this shit, this really caught my attention and really cemented my hate for Triple H. I fucking hated Triple H during this time. That turn on Randy was something a lot of people did not expect, I'm sure. A lot of people...
Came out of nowhere.
Especially at that time, it was such a sudden turn. It was such a sudden shift. It was right after he fucking wins the title. That whole thumbs up to thumbs down. Iconic
Classic.
turn.
I'm so happy we get to relive this story with this marathon. We cut to Christian and Tomko hanging out in the office with Eric Bischoff as it's now Captain Charisma's turn to pull a number. Christian is delighted with his pull, but not as much as the audience is delighted to see the United States champion John Cena.
Oh, Cena's on fire over here. Cena's on fire.
He's one of the most charismatic superstars of all time. But this specific version of Cena is so cool.
I love Word Life Cena.
He's like a dude at the party like you just want to talk to. You know what I mean? Christian is not amused and always ready to throw shade. He says that freestyle rapping doesn't impress him and that he can take Cena down any day.
He's right. He does it.
He asks Tomko to give him a beat, and Tomko's like, no.
Nah, I'm good.
Give me a beat.
Christian on phase starts spitting bars. Yo, my name is Christian. I'm the king of crunk. I'm taking you to school, Cena, and you're going to flunk. I'm Captain Charisma. Read him and weeps, throwing him out to all my peeps.
Hell yeah, big pop for the peeps.
He says, just like Dracula comes from Transylvania, I'm going to win the Royal Rumble and head to WrestleMania.
That's called motherfucking bars. You know nothing about that.
Cena fires back with a freestyle of his own. Keep in mind, this is 20 years ago, so the bars are a little problematic by today's standards. If I can paraphrase, Cena tells Christian he has no credibility and he is in fact a homosexual. 2005, everybody.
You can pick my number. You like playing with balls.
You're gay,
You
sir.
are gay.
And I don't like that, sir.
Yeah.
Up next, it's a triple threat match for the WWE Championship. JBL versus The Big Show versus Kurt Angle, baby.
Woo! Kurt Angle, baby.
The build-up to this match is fucking crazy.
Okay, do tell, brother.
So the triple threat match tonight was made shortly after Armageddon. Amy Weber, JBL's image consultant, was a dirty flirt to Kurt Angle. She led him on and wanted a private meeting. Kurt goes to meet Miss Weber, but impatiently starts snooping around. He hears the shower going off, and Kurt decides, fuck it, I'm going to join her. The shower curtain opens, but it's not Amy Weber, it's Joy Giovanni. Joy is scared for her life, and Kurt runs after her to apologize for the misunderstanding. Joy runs into the loving arms of The Big Show, her friend, boyfriend. I don't know. They have some sort of weird relationship going on. Kurt and Big Show take it out in the ring, and Big Show gets the upper hand. Kurt is embarrassed and blue-balled to oblivion. It turns out this was all a ruse from JBL and his cabinet. JBL used Amy Weber as bait and orchestrated this whole thing to distract his Rumble opponents. But that's not even the worst of it. The next week on SmackDown, Kurt gives a sincere and almost out-of-character apology to Joy and Big Show. He calls it the most embarrassing thing he's ever been a part of in his life. Later that night, Kurt goes out to confront JBL for his heinous plan when he hears screaming coming from JBL's limo. The driver pops the trunk and we see a bound Joy Giovanni. JBL's like, yo, what the fuck? I didn't do that. Big Show loses it and destroys the champion's cabinet. It turns out two can play at that game, as Kurt is revealed to be the one who kidnapped Joy to frame Bradshaw. Are you confused yet? Don't worry, you will be. The following week, Big Show and JBL agree to team up and take out Kurt. Later that night, JBL and Big Show have him surrounded. They have Angle right where they want him. And take a wild guess at what happens. Kurt and JBL were in cahoots the entire time, completely pulling the wool over Big Show's eyes. Their alliance was short-lived, however. On the go-home edition of SmackDown, Big Show convinced Teddy Long to put both men in a last man standing match, in which they absolutely beat the hell out of each other. After all the twists and turns, all three men are now even, going into the triple threat match tonight. Like I said, the buildup was fucking crazy.
That's pretty nuts. I'm still confused by it, by the third swerve.
There's so many swerves, dude.
I think Kurt Angle's character in this is fucking hilarious. That is
really
so funny.
is.
An Olympic gold medalist turned psychopath.
Sex machine.
Sex
Not just
machine.
a wrestling machine, a sex machine.
He commits a kidnapping.
Yep.
Multiple swerves.
Multiple swerves. Sexual. Yeah. That's Kurt. He's a goat, though.
He is a goat.
All three men make their entrances. Kurt and JBL specifically do a great job selling the damage from their last man standing match on SmackDown. Going into this match, I was like, ugh.
Really?
Yeah. I don't remember particularly enjoying many JBL title defenses.
I was expecting something funky and not clean, especially with a triple threat match.
This was a don't judge a book by its cover match.
I enjoyed it.
I was pleasantly surprised.
I enjoyed it. I am not like I respect the living fuck out of Big Show, but I am not a fan just like in ring wrestling. Like I don't find it entertaining. I don't find it fun. But he definitely has his own role and spot in this match, and I was not feeling bored by any means.
Dude,
I was fully entertained and
it
riveted.
was paced perfectly.
It was.
All three men get a chance to shine. JBL and Big Show square off, and then Kurt and Big Show square off, and then all three men start brawling. Like it.
I love Kurt Angle just powders immediately. He's just like he's out there just watching them do it.
I was really into this. I had a lot of fun watching this match. It's not the best triple threat match, I've ever seen. Specifically at the Royal Rumble, my favorite triple threat match of all time is Brock, Seth, and Cena from 2015.
Oh wow, yeah. That's
match
crazy. That
was fucking redonkulous.
Yeah, that was a standout.
Big Show brings the steel steps into play. One of my favorite wrestling tropes. If you set up the bump, you're taking the bump.
And that he does. It was a great setup.
The skull of the Big Show. What's with the Big Show?
And just the way how Big Show sells it. He sells it like a
kaiju.
a kaiju. He's a giant, literally, and he's selling like one. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. And
a beautiful announce table
very,
break.
very slow, like a Home Alone spot.
Yeah,
like
just boom,
eating
perfect.
a stick of dynamite, and then like the slow fall.
With Big Show out of the equation, Kurt and JBL come to blows. After watching their last man standing match, and of course this match, they really have good chemistry together.
It's cool to see because you have like the old Texas wrestler, like a Stan Hansen type,
like a brawler,
versus like a technical wizard like Kurt Angle. So seeing those two go at it is very entertaining and fun.
They mesh really well.
And they beat the living shit out of each other.
That they do. Big Show rises from the dead and tries to mount a comeback, but JBL and Angle just obliterate him.
Yeah, there's a cool like high-low.
Poor Big Show. He's been through so much these past few weeks.
For me, Kurt Angle's always going to be the highlight of these matches. Just him just taking everyone to Suplex City.
Fuck yeah.
Before Suplex City was founded.
Kurt was the highlight in the ring. The most memorable spot of this match out of the ring is when Big Show drives Bradshaw right through the barricade.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
We're numb to it now.
Yeah, it happens a lot now, but back then I'm sure it didn't
this was
happen much.
insane.
Yeah, oh yeah. You can hear it from the crowd, man.
As the match comes to an end, we unfortunately get some overbooked tomfoolery.
Yeah, there's always going to be this.
As is tradition with JBL matches.
Basham's come out.
And then Angle's cronies.
What's Orlando Jordan's like nickname? Or the chief of staff?
He's the chief of staff.
That's right. That's fucking hilarious.
He's the chief of
JBL's
staff.
chief of staff.
Jindrak and Luther Reigns gets involved. Big Show attempts to fight them off, but he's outnumbered. Orlando Jordan rolls the champion into the ring, and he nails Kurt with a picture-perfect clothesline from hell.
Perfect setup.
1, 2, 3. JBL's reign continues as he survives yet another title defense. Other than the overbooked mess, very entertained by this match.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad.
Same here.
This will not be the last we see of Kurt Angle tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
More on
this
him,
is
more
just
on him
starting.
later.
This is just starting his story.
Fantastic.
A new chapter in the Kurt Angle book.
Backstage, we see Batista! On his way to pick up his number for tonight's Rumble, he runs into Carlito.
Yeah, this son of a bitch. Look how young he is.
Looks so
looks like
different.
He
He's a
looks like a
baby.
little baby.
little guy.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And he's still going at it, causing ruckus.
Yeah, now he's got fucking super soldier serum. Now he's the size
jacked.
of Batista.
Yes. It's pretty
And
insane.
Batista's the size of Carlito now.
Fucking right.
He lost all his muscle, brother.
Carlito at this time is campaigning to remove Teddy Long as SmackDown GM.
Why would you?
Why would you?
The best GM ever. What's your problem?
Batista declines to sign that petition. Carlito takes a bite of his trusty apple, but before he can spit it out, Batista reminds Carlito of sodomizing La Resistance with the flagpole on Raw the previous week.
How could you get rid of Teddy Long? He's the greatest general manager ever.
I can't.
Just don't fuck
agree
with him.
more.
He will pull out the Undertaker.
That's true. That's true.
Like, Undertaker is like his persona. He will bring that shit out and will defeat your ass.
As Batista goes to get his number, Teddy Long and Bischoff are arguing over the blatant interference in the previous match. Due to this, Bischoff bans Evolution from ringside.
Good. We need a fair game here.
Batista ain't even mad.
Yeah, Batista doesn't give a shit. And he's like, in fact, I'll go to Triple H himself and tell him.
Yeah.
No, I'll tell him.
We have a video package for this, at least.
Oh, yes.
And it's one of the best video packages of the... It is the best video package of the show, I think.
Up next, it's the World Heavyweight Championship match, Triple H versus Randy Orton. Remember when I said that the Dissension of Evolution is the greatest story that this company's ever told? Or one of the greatest stories?
It was a huge... just staple of the Ruthless Aggression era.
It all began with these two.
Randy wins the title off Benoit, I believe, right?
Yep, at SummerSlam 2004, becoming the youngest world champion in history.
And then that's when the thumbs up, thumbs down thing happens?
Yeah, the following night on Raw.
Yikes.
Following night on Raw, Triple H led the charge and Evolution beat Orton to a bloody pulp. It was one of the greatest cliffhangers in Raw history.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I remember watching that and I'm like, holy
being shocked,
shit.
going on WWE.com to see the news.
Oh yeah, this is before I was into the dirt sheet, so I had nobody to talk to about
absolutely.
It
Absolutely.
was insane. The company got cold feet with Randy's push and immediately put the title back on Triple H at Unforgiven.
Randy even saying he wasn't ready, so makes sense.
Well, I agree he wasn't ready for that spot. Putting the title back on Triple H so soon just totally cut Randy's legs off. It just
I understand.
Completely halted his momentum. And in an alternate reality, the Mania 21 match, it could have been Triple H and Orton at Mania. I mean, it all worked out for Dave. Good for Batista.
Yeah.
But I would have loved to see that on the big stage. Randy Orton makes his way to the ring. Kyle, I know you have a special place in your heart for Burning My Light.
Hey, and nothing you can say. Nothing's gonna take what you've done to me. This is the best. This is the best theme. I don't give a fuck. I know you guys like voices. I know 90% of the wrestling fans like voices more.
I'm over voices. Nah, I've always been over it. I like this theme better.
My guy.
Way better.
My guy.
Way
you
better.
You deserve a smooch on the lips.
I like both. I like both.
I like both too, but this is Randy Orton's theme. The fucking pyro in the back raining down. It's beautiful.
Time to play the game.
Triple H holds the title up in Orton's face, and Randy slaps the teeth out of his mouth. Away we go. The first part of the match is very, very back and forth. Very fast-paced. Orton is all over Triple H, but then he gets cut off by the game. Randy keeps trying to end it early, trying to hit that RKO, but he keeps failing. It's a really, really good start to the match. I liked it a lot. And I know you like this match a lot, Kyle.
I enjoyed it. I really did.
As Randy starts mounting a comeback, you can audibly hear Randy sucks chants.
Really?
Yeah.
I honestly did not pick up on that.
When he gets back in the ring.
I think because I just really like Randy Orton, so I did not give a fuck context-wise. Whatever.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
I disagree with this crowd. I was completely fuck Triple H.
When Randy shows his glimpses of pulling through, there's just no reaction. Like, Triple H locks in a figure four, and instead of rooting Randy on, they're all naching in the crowd. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
Vince is tugging his ear in Gorilla right now. More on him later. It was very fast-paced early on, and then it kind of slows to a crawl.
Yeah, I get it.
But then it picks up again. Triple H goes for a running something, but Orton catches him with his trusty power slam. Back and forth now. Both competitors are trying to gain the upper hand. Inverted atomic drop by Triple H. Crossbody by Orton. pedigree attempt, RKO attempt. Triple H lands a high knee and busts Randy's mouth wide open.
Hell yeah.
Jim Ross called it a seesaw battle, and I couldn't agree more.
He's a son of a bitch. He's a no-good son of a bitch.
He hates that Triple H.
I hate him too. He was like the #1 villain on Raw.
He really was, and we don't look back at it fondly, the Reign of Terror.
That's what it's called, right?
But he did
the Reign of Terror.
He did have good matches.
He did. Triple H is a great wrestler. It's sad that he got that stigma because it's not really his fault.
No.
It's Vince.
It really is. Vince is vicariously pushing his Dr. Doom shit on Triple H.
Yeah.
The match gets really weird at this point. Randy sets up for a DDT, but Triple H, he hangs onto the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
Orton throws himself backwards and seemingly gets his bell rung. I don't know if it's a work to gain sympathy. Are they using a concussion to get Orton cheered?
I don't know. I honestly don't remember him like...
So he like throws himself back, and then he goes to the outside, and he's just like, oh, fuck. And then
maybe he did ring his bell. Yeah.
His eyes are all glassy. In 2025 lenses, it's pretty bad. That's in poor taste.
I just don't believe in it.
At the time, nobody knew about CTE.
They sure didn't.
There was no concussion protocol, you know?
Get in, I'm gonna have to count you out. Come on. Get in here. Let's go, Randy. Come on.
Triple H crashes into Randy Orton and bumps Earl Hebner, as is tradition.
Ebner's down for fucking 5 hours.
Finish of the match, Triple H takes advantage of a loopy Randy Orton and grabs his trusty sledgehammer.
The classic.
He goes to nail Orton, but Orton counters, ramming him right into the turnbuckle.
Hell yeah.
Randy grabs the sledgehammer, but Triple H wallops him with a stiff clothesline.
Now that you mention it, I'm really seeing like it looks like Randy's bell has rung.
Yeah.
Like completely. He looks fucked up. Or maybe he's just really good at selling.
Maybe he's just one of the goats. With Earl back to his feet, Triple H hides the evidence. The smoking gun, as Jim Ross says, nails the pedigree. 1, 2, 3. Triple H retains and is going to WrestleMania as champion.
I'm not mad about it.
Like the JBL match, this exceeded my expectations.
JBL and Triple H were the highlight like bad guys throughout this entire show. They make you feel
just irredeemable heels.
Yeah, just like you fucking hate them. You hate their guts. You want to see them lose. That's why I enjoyed this match because like I really bought into that.
Pretty damn good championship match. Though the Randy Orton babyface experiment isn't going to plan, fear not. Come WrestleMania 21, it's back to formula.
Back to formula.